Understanding Chakras, Subtle Energy Centers. Welcome. I will be your presenter today. My name is Patty Nuovo. I'm a licensed massage therapist and a naturopath, and I've been a co-director of a massage school and massage instructor since 2001. My passions are business, ethics, and nutrition. And I love helping others grow their businesses and learn how to eat and stay healthy. I've created this format to make these 3 continuing education hours interesting and informative. I'm also the author of 2 best-selling ebooks, Soul Accounting, The Power of Money and Emotion, about getting money out of your head and into your pocket, as well as Solving the Riddle of the Monkey Mind in 4 steps. Here are the guidelines for this online distant learning pre-recorded class. You can take as long as you like watching and re-watching this class on Understanding Chakras, Subtle Energy Centers. When you are finished watching, you want to send me an email at pcnuovo@yahoo.com to request for me to send you your final exam if you haven't received it as an attachment. When you have completed your final exam, email it back to me at pcnuovo@yahoo.com. I will grade the exam, and when you pass with 70% or higher, you will receive an e-certificate of completion for this NCBTMB approved online massage therapy distant learning course. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And now, on to our presentation. I'd like to start first with giving you the history of chakras. It was approximately in the 8th century, 2 Buddhist monks actually came up with the hierarchies of chakras. This is when it was introduced. And since that, due to the similarities between the Chinese and Indian philosophy, the notion of chakras was quickly blended into the Chinese practices such as acupuncture and the belief in qi. The convergence of these 2 distinct healing traditions and their common practitioners' own inventiveness have led to an ever-changing and expanding array of concepts in the Western world. A development in Western practices dating back to the 1940s was to associate each one of the 7 chakras to a given color, a sound, and a corresponding crystal. For example, the chakra in the forehead, the 3rd eye, is associated with the color indigo. So to try to cure a headache, a person might apply an indigo stone to the forehead with a sound, with colors. This idea has proven highly popular and has been integrated by many practitioners. Understanding what each of the 7 chakras represent, as well as how we can assess where our strengths are and where we need to grow, can be truly empowering. So while Abraham Maslow had his 5 levels of development, which was the hierarchy of needs, and Eric Erikson had his 8 stages of psychosocial development, and Jean Piaget had 4 stages in cognitive development, Tantra works through psycho-spiritual development by way of the chakras had their way. The concepts inherent in the chakra system are remarkably similar to Western theories, but allow for a spiritual component as well. The perspective views of the spiritual development is part of the maturation process and the moving toward wholeness that we have now created. So understanding chakras is a practical way of connecting with what is blocking you or your client and keeping you away or your client away from the wholeness they deserve. For those unfamiliar with the chakra system, if you imagine the subtle energy body made up of the chakras, which are linked to meridians and contained in the aura, as being like a car engine, and the physical body is the actual vehicle which the engine drives. It's not too difficult to see that when the car starts to perform less effectively or even breaks down, that it's the engine which needs repairing or retuning, not the car bodywork. It's the same with the subtle energy body. When we recharge or realign the chakras, we get them spinning in harmony and at the correct rate. You get the physical body running smoothly once again. So defining chakras, it would be the study of the chakras as a central part of different therapies and disciplines. In the East, the theory of chakras is a central part of the Hindu and Buddhist Tantra, and they play an important role in attaining deep levels of realization. Yoga, pranayama, acupuncture, shiatsu, Qinei Tsung, Tai Chi, and Qigong focus on balancing the energetic meridians that are an integral part of the chakra system. Within the West, subtle energy is explored through practices such as aromatherapy, mantras, Reiki, hands-on healing like therapeutic touch, flower essences, radionics, sound therapy, color and light therapy, and crystal and gem theory, to name a few. Several models will be explored in the following subheadings. The frequency of light. The word chakra actually means a wheel or a disc or an arrangement in circular form or organization, and it indicates movement. The major chakras are the esoteric energy centers of the body, and the chakras are transformation centers within the body. So chakra energy is electrochemical in nature and is accessed through the vital life force energy within us. The invisible channel is the channel in the mind and the self, and the visible channels, which include the nerves, muscles, arteries, veins, cardiovascular system, lymphatic system, and the acupuncture meridians in the body, which work with the central, autonomic, sympathetic, and parasympathetic nervous system. The chakras work with both the visible and non-visible energies. And these chakras are situated throughout the body as mini whirling vortices of energy. Mercier introduced the relation of color energy to the science in the light spectrum. As humans, we exist in this energy spectrum. The ranges go from barely visible radiant heat, then invisible infrared television and radio waves, sound and brave waves. Above, it is barely visible ultraviolet, then the invisible frequencies of chemicals and perfumes, followed by X-rays, gamma rays, radium rays, and unknown cosmic rays. So understanding the existence and the physical forms as an interpretation of light energy through the physical eyes will open up to greater potential to explore the energetic boundaries of color and sound and light and form that are perceived as immediate reality. The Indian yogic teachings assign to the 7 major chakras specific qualities such as color and the influence of the light, which are the 7 rays in the spectrum of light that we know, and elements such as earth, air, water, and ether, and body senses as touch, taste, and smell in relation to the endocrine glands. So I'm going to combine Eastern and Western understandings of chakras and combine them together in this presentation. So using chakras in your healing practice, here's an example of the location, the color, the sound, and the gemstones that are of similar frequencies, similar vibrations. So in your healing practice, adding additional energy in the form of sound, light, gemstones, as well as your own chi, your own energy with the individual, can enhance a wellness session. But I'll be going over each one of these individual chakras and their corresponding color, sound, shape, gemstones, and location, and even some of the psychological as well as physiological issues associated with each chakra. So, since the beginning of civilization, people have used gemstones energetically to help aid healing. Placing the appropriate gemstone on the appropriate chakra may help support and improve physical, emotional, and spiritual symptoms of dis-ease and illness. The 7 chakras, which we'll go into individually, combining everything we spoke of previously, will always start at the bottom, or the base chakra, which is the first chakra. Then we will go to the second chakra, the third, which is at the navel or solar plexus, the fourth, which is the heart chakra, the fifth, the throat chakra, the sixth, the brow or the third eye chakra, and finally the crown chakra, the 7th. An easy way to remember the order from bottom to top is using the following Roy G. Biv. The R in Roy being red for the first chakra, O for orange, the second chakra, the third Y, yellow, is the third chakra, the fourth chakra, G for green, B for blue, I for indigo, V for violet. This order is the order of the chakras, the colors, as well as the color of the rainbow in our light spectrum. So let's start with our first chakra. Here in the first chakra, we deal with questions of basic survival. As a child, our parents are largely to thank for this. That is, if everything goes as it should. We're talking about food, shelter, love, and the development of trust, the building blocks we need to ascend to other stages of development. Now, this first chakra revolves around the color red, and it's associated with that. The same vibration of the color red would be the sound chanted LAM. The symbol would be earth, the shape is a square, and the note on the 7-note scale would be C. The gemstone associated with the first chakra, either obsidian or garnet. Now, the organs associated with the first chakra would be the base of the spine, the legs, bones, feet, rectum, and immune system. The first chakra is commonly referred to as the root chakra and is located at the bottom. And this is angled down from our body, opening toward the earth. Physically, the first chakra influences the genital and rectal areas, the male reproductive system, the bladder, and the coccyx. Energy to the legs, knees, and feet may also be influenced by the first chakra. Physical vitality is also influenced through the physical enjoyment, presence, strength of being grounded in the present, and the feelings of being in your body, all associated with the first chakra. The personal growth areas that revolve around the first chakra influences aspects of the physical and ego survival, aspects of life that involve self-preservation, which may include work, home, family, money, food, and other relationships that involve security are influenced by this chakra. This is reflected in one's ability to feel safe and in one's confidence or fear of one's ability or inability to survive. The first chakra affects fight or flight responses and informing impulses such as a sense of danger, the recognition of truth, and gut-level recognition. Sexuality is influenced by the first chakra as it relates to the procreation and survival. In this, sexuality is used to establish security, power, dominance, and/or safety. Now, the physiological or the physical dysfunctions in the first chakra would be things like chronic lower back pain or sciatica, varicose veins, rectal tumors or cancer in that area, and any type of immune system disorder. On to our second chakra, the spleen and sexual organs. In our second chakra, which governs the reproductive organs and is mediated by the water element, we learn creativity and fluidity and how to accept and dwell in pleasure. Sexual pleasure, yes, but also more broadly thinking, pleasure related to anything in our lives that gives us joy. The second chakra is associated with the color orange. The chanted sound is Vam. The symbol is water. The shape is a triangle. And the note on the scale is the note D. The stone, carnelian. The organs of the second chakra are commonly referred to as the sacral chakra, and it's located about 1.5 to 2 inches below the navel. Physically, the second chakra influences the female reproductive organs, the large intestine and colon, the bones and muscles in the pelvic area, and the sacral area. The personal growth areas influences one's connectedness and merging with another person, situation, or experience on an emotional and/or energetic level. This affects one's ability to be physically or energetically open to sensation. It influences personal boundary issues and one's being absorbed by a person or experience. The second chakra influences sexual attraction, emotional bonding, and sexual union. The second chakra also influences sexual or bloodline-based relationships and involves the nurturing and fostering of the well-being of others. This impacts how a person gives energy to others as well as reserves energy for oneself. The second chakra influences one's power center, involving self-containment, charisma, core strength, self-identity, self-empowerment, and interpersonal power sharing or power struggles. The physical dysfunctions that can occur in the second chakra are things like chronic low back pain, sciatica, OBGYN problems, pelvic pain, urinary tract problems, sexual potency, cramps. On to the third chakra. The third chakra is associated with the fire element and is responsible for burning up what we don't need anymore and creating transformation. This is also where we learn to establish boundaries and to determine how to exert our will into the world. The third chakra is where we break free of inertia and move into our most powerful selves. The color associated with the third chakra is yellow. The sound chanted is Ram. The symbol is fire, the shape is a circle, and the note on the scale corresponds to E. The stone associated with this is citrine or topaz. The organs that are associated with the third chakra are which is also commonly referred to as the solar plexus chakra. It's located about 1.5 to 2 inches below the base of the sternum. Physically, the third chakra influences the liver, the stomach, the gallbladder, the spleen, the small intestine, pancreas, kidneys, and the lumbar vertebrae. The personal growth areas of the third chakras influences self-acceptance and acknowledgement and connection with the self and self-advocacy. This involves the ability to recognize and support one's needs, values, emotions, and desires, as well as one's ability to accurately represent the self. It influences one's ability to find fulfillment and enjoyment in life, and one's sense of pride and self-worth. The third chakra also influences one's ability to participate fully and engage in life, and to take action. The physical dysfunctions associated with the third chakra would be gastric and duodenal ulcers, digestive problems, any problem in the colon, diabetes and pancreatitis, all types of eating disorders, arthritis, liver dysfunction, hepatitis, and any type of adrenal dysfunction. The fourth chakra also known as the heart chakra, is located at the space between the breasts in the front of the body and between the shoulder blades on the back body. As you might expect, here we learn to give and receive love, but a clear, non-grasping love that says to others, I want to be fully you. We also find compassion at this center and the ability to empathize. The color associated with the fourth chakra is the color green. The sound chanted is yum. The symbol would be air. The shape is a cross. The note on the scale would be F. And the stone associated would be aventurine and rose quartz. The organs associated with the fourth chakra, commonly referred as the heart chakra, is the heart, the lungs, the arms, the breast, the mid-thoracic vertebrae. The personal growth areas influences one's ability to love and connect oneself with others. It is the soul force and psychic center and the place of deep level seeing and knowing. The fourth chakra is also the place of integration of life experiences, where a person integrates experience and transmutes this experience into knowledge, wisdom, peace, forgiveness, and release. The type of dysfunction associated with this chakra are things such as congestive heart failure, heart attack, mitral valve prolapse, asthma and allergies, bronchial problems like pneumonia, any issues in the upper back, chest, or lung cancer, shoulder problems, to name a few. In the fifth chakra, also known as the throat chakra, we communicate to the world through the voice, but also our actions. Even for people who don't consider themselves creative types, harnessing the power of speech, both as a force to manifest our creative and willful desires, but also to restrict low-level conversations, like gossiping, which creates negative energetic vibrations. The fifth chakra is associated with the color blue, which has the same sound vibration as the chanted sound hum. The symbol is a crescent. The shape is ether. The note on the scale would be G, and the stone is azurite. The fifth chakra is commonly referred to as the throat chakra, and it's located at the fourth cervical vertebrae in the center of the throat. Physically, the fifth chakra influences the neck, the throat, the larynx, the thyroid, the jaw, mouth, ears, and cervical vertebrae. The personal growth areas of the fifth chakra, which is the center of creativity and self-expression and communication. It allows, or prohibits, one to bring what is inside out, giving voice to the self, and allowing creative energies, ideas, visions, and dreams to flow and manifest. It influences our openness to interaction and communication with others. The fifth chakra is a powerful center, as it has the ability to allow or block the flow of energy throughout the energy system. The physical dysfunctions associated with this chakra are things like a raspy throat or any type of esophageal challenges, swollen glands, chronic sore throat, thyroid problems, laryngitis, TMJ, mouth ulcers and gum difficulties, and chronic exhaustion not of a physical nature. The sixth chakra, also known as the brow or third eye. This is the seat of intuition. Here we learn to listen to our inner guidance, that inner voice, while always present, sometimes is drowned out by the ceaseless running of our mind. As we come into presence, we can not only hone in our innate wisdom, but also see our lives and the people and events in them more clearly. As this process matures, we begin to see all in the mind's eye, which is real. And our version of what is real may be quite different from others' reality. In this sixth chakra, our imaginations are open even while dreaming in sleep. The color associated with the sixth chakra is the color indigo. The sound chanted is Sam. The symbol is the all-element symbol. The shape is a star, and the note on the scale is A. The stone associated with the sixth chakra is lapis lazuli. The organs of the sixth chakra, commonly known as the third eye chakra, it's located in the mid-forehead. Physically, the sixth chakra influences the eyes, the brain, the pineal gland, and the sinuses, the thalamus, and the nervous system. The mental or emotional issues associated with the sixth chakra influences mental clarity, spiritual level knowing, and vision. It influences the mind's ability to know what is in a clear, receptive manner. The sixth chakra influences a person's deep inner knowing and understanding based on the experiences of the true self, as well as one's ability to see what is in this dimension and beyond. The types of physical dysfunctions in this chakra are things like brain tumors and hemorrhage, stroke, any manner and form of neurological disturbances, blindness and deafness, learning difficulties, seizures, and any type of full spinal difficulties. And finally, we come to the seventh chakra. In this chakra, we reach a place of connection to the divine, to source. Not to say we don't experience this while dwelling in the lower chakras, but in the crown chakra, we can access transcendent understanding. This is the place of the higher understanding when we meditate and of true wisdom. The seventh chakra, also known as the crown chakra, is associated with the color violet. The sound chanted is Om. The symbol is the all-element symbol, and the shape is the lotus flower. The note on the scale is B, and the stone is amethyst or quartz crystal. The organs associated with the seventh chakra is commonly known as the crown chakra and is located at the top of the head, opening to the sky. Physically, the seventh chakra influences the spine, the joints, the brain, and cervical vertebrae. It includes the muscular system, the skeletal system, the skin, the pituitary gland, which is our master gland, and at the top of the skull. The personal growth area for the seventh chakra is a spiritual center and influences one's openness and connection with non-physical dimensions of the universe, keeping spiritual awareness in one's consciousness. It influences one's connection to the divine source, bringing the feelings of being spiritually connected and supported throughout one's day-to-day experience. It affects one's ability to accept oneself as infinite beings and having a greater awareness of what's moving towards manifestation in the future. The type of physical dysfunctions associated with the seventh chakra are things having to do with extreme sensitivity to light, sound, or environmental factors, any type of spiritual depression, and even chronic exhaustion, not of a physical nature. Stagnation, blockages, damage, overactivity, or other forms of imbalances in any chakra can impact a person's life in sometimes seemingly subtle ways and can influence the body on all levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. The issues of the chakras may also be interconnected. For example, issues of power may seem to be connected with the second chakra. However, they impact self-esteem, which is also the third chakra, or survival, and therefore be tied to the first chakra. All three chakras may be involved, or one may be governing the situation. As you work with the chakras, you'll begin to see the variations on how others connect with specific issues. Imbalances, blockages, and/or damage in the chakras can be caused by trauma, unresolved conflicts, belief systems, or behavioral patterns. When imbalances in the chakra systems are unresolved over time, it can block the flow of energy, which will manifest as illness, dis-ease, or disorder. So when the physical body is under constant stress, the chakras will not work properly. The key to healing is to address the root cause of the disorder, not just the symptoms. As a healer, it's important to be aware that the symptoms may not manifest in the, quote, place of the cause. This is where your intuition will come into play, as well as your knowledge of the energy system. The vital energy chakras can become clogged, as we just mentioned. The buildup of residue will cause the natural flow to slow down or be blocked and negatively affect our organs. By observing this, one area of resolving this is through a chakra meditation, either through sound, through light with its color, with crystals. They will all work together to enhance the healing process. The Simple chakra meditation, beginning with I am, I feel, I do, I love, I speak, I see, I understand. That simple chant, very effective to beginning the process of opening the chakra systems. We also have external chakras. It's our tendency to think of ourselves as closed or isolated units instead of acknowledging that we are part of a greater whole. Research in biofields and subtle energy bodies show that we're interconnected. Even in quantum physics, it's revealed that particles interact even if they're light years apart. So we don't stop at the skin, and neither do our chakras. Animals also have chakras. Animals, in common with all other living beings, have a chakra system as well. This system is a complex network of spinning energy vortices called petals in the Eastern tradition, which run throughout the entire body. Universal energy, also known as prana, chi, or ki, flows in and out of the chakras along the meridian systems into the aura and then finally into the physical body. The energy flows two ways, inward and out. Therefore, every thought, act, and emotion affects the chakras and is mirrored in the auras. Likewise, external stimuli, both positive and negative, have an effect. Animals have 8 major channels, or chakras, and 21 minor chakras, and 6 bud chakras. The internationally renowned animal healer, Margaret Coates, and you can go to her website, The Animal Healer, describes each of the chakra points specifically with animals. Unsurprisingly, most animals' senses or instincts are far more finely tuned and sensitive than humans, although some animals are more developed than others, like dolphins. As a result, animal chakras are usually far brighter and larger in comparison to ours. Their strong sixth sense emanates from the primary sensory center, one of the 21 minor chakras. This is located at the bridge of the nose below the third eye or brow chakra. Animals are constantly absorbing and computing sensory information, far more so than humans, owing to their reliance on instinct for survival. Aside from using the bud chakras in their feet, as mentioned, they may also be seen rubbing a part of their body against a tree, rolling on the ground, or rubbing up against their fellow animal or human companions to stimulate a chakra. An animal who has suffered from physical, mental, or emotional trauma, however, may not always be able to repair the resulting energetic imbalance, and this is where we find signs of dis-ease present. In closing, thinking through each of these energetic centers and discerning what remains unresolved in each of us helps us move towards fullness. The above is a very brief primer of the chakras. Exploring one's development via the chakra system by yourself or with your partner can lend to tremendous insight and help to unearth our assumptions, patterns of behavior, and shadow side projections. It's a wonderful tool to use for your clients to enhance their wellness. Bringing these things to awareness, we may begin to work with what needs to be healed and then let go. So, congratulations. Now that you've finished this presentation, you must complete the final exam that was sent by attachment. Email the completed exam to pcnuovo@yahoo.com. You must achieve a score of 70% or higher, and when you do, an e-certificate will be mailed to you at the email address provided upon registration. If you have any questions, please contact me by email at pcnuovo@yahoo.com or phone at area code 707-490-9497. Onward to greater health. Beacon Wellness Art Center is approved by the NCBTMB as a continuing education provider, number 450919-09, and is also sponsored by the NCBTMB to teach New York's licensed massage therapists continuing education that is accepted by the state of New York for license renewal, and the Florida Board of Massage Therapy, number 514392.